Wayfinder. Docking granted. Successfully docked. Irukanji.
Hello there.
We've established a perimeter around the inactive jump gate. Now we are commencing the construction of an outpost. Do not elevate your hopes quite yet. Experimentation shall begin soon, but jump gate technology is very alien and highly volatile. We do not know for certain whether we can ever successfully force a connection, particularly without real-time coordination with our Kingdom End counterparts. Nonetheless, we have an ideal candidate gate for experimentation. The Alliance of the Word has an obligation to our cousins in Kingdom End to try our utmost. These technological marvels have eluded our understanding to date. Something about the interface has remained stubbornly out of reach. The final spark. In any case, Explorer, congratulations. You have performed your part, and you have done so unimpeachably. We will keep you updated on our progress in the coming years. And, if fate wills it, you may one day find your name in the annals of the great explorers and scientists.
What can I do for you, esteemed explorer? Ah, of course! Thanks to your valuable contribution, we are now able to establish a jump gate research facility. In theory, for a connection between jump gates, one needs the correct coordinates, energy, and a means to interface with the technology. Thanks to the cache you analyzed, we have the directional information from here to Kingdom End. Next, we set up a mechanism by which we can power the gate. The Boron of Kingdom End have explained how this can be achieved. Fortunately, deciphering the technology to enable that has been the focus of their research so far. While we are establishing the facility, the science team is working on the local environmental baseline, taking into account space-time warping from nearby stellar bodies and so forth. All that will take some time, but we already know it can be done. In fact, we have done it before, several times. The most significant hurdle that we just cannot seem to overcome is the jump gate technology interface. It is an incredibly complex process, but think of it as some sort of activation command. Frankly, making progress on that will be a significant challenge. I am uncertain if that is even within our technological capabilities. Sadly, We have nothing more for you to do at the moment. Our scientists are busy setting everything up.
Assistant, you must forgive my absence in your most recent exploratory endeavors. It is just, I have been somewhat preoccupied with my own observations. When did Numankaret say the Alliance of the Word plans to conclude their experiments?
Well, the expedition leader did suggest that he would keep us up to date over the coming years.
What? Years, you say? That is... Oh my, that is rather disappointing. I had hoped to contribute to their experiments right away. Well, since you are already running errands in boron space, would you mind assisting me in my personal research? Ever since my tentacles first grasped the scientific equipment in this research installation, I have been utterly fascinated by the Great Reef Nebula. You see, I have identified several neutron stars, magnetars in fact, which pulse in an oddly specific way. One could be an anomaly. Two might be a coincidence, but I have already identified a potential third. I need you to verify my observations, independently. To that end, I have compiled a list of positions in Great Reef that I need you to visit. Please do forgive me if I appear somewhat excitable. There is a chance that this could point to a discovery of immeasurable significance.
Boso Tar has informed me of your exciting plans. You must let me accompany you. In fact, I will not take no for an answer. The Alliance is in the midst of their preparation. I have to say, the deluge of scientific jargon leaves me cold. I much prefer action.
Can I help? Sir?
Entering system, Great Reef. Docking granted. Docking aborted. Osprey, Vanguard. Successfully docked.
Can I help? Sir.
Joining squad.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Empty space.
You have arrived at the precise position. Excellent. Taking measurements now. No. This is no good. We will have to disregard these readings. Oh well. This shall not dishearten us. Assistant. Onwards to the next position.
Bosotar, may I ask you a personal question?
By all means, Neela T.
What makes you choose to remain out there? All alone in that tiny tank of yours? Are you not tempted to reunite with your kind? Now that we are reconnected?
Nothing would delight me more than to explore the provinces myself. And to get out of this tube for once. But my work is simply too important. After years enslaved in the service of advancing split weaponry, I now preside over what is quite possibly the most advanced scientific facility in the network. I am sorely tempted to abandon post. Even if it is just for a little while, I would most certainly love to see the Great Reef in person. But ultimately, my work here is so much more important than my personal desires.
So what is behind your enduring fascination with Great Reef? If you will forgive my candor, you seem to be rather fixated on this particular system.
Actually, I was born there. Not that I would have any memory of it. Then shortly, after I was hatched, I was taken to Argon space.
But wait, that would mean you were released.
Yes, indeed. If the records are correct, I am 47 years old.
Absolutely incredible. I never imagined I would ever meet someone so aged and venerable.
Hence my fear of spending time away from my laboratory. While my mind remains sharp, I must exercise it for the benefit of all.
Empty space. Mission interrupted. New mission activated.
Docking permission granted.
taking the second set of measurements. Blasted photoplankton. Nothing. Again. We shall try once more. I know I'm onto something. I can feel it in my fins.
You know, it is strange. Our lifespan is short. At least in comparison to the other known sentient species. When you think about it, very few boron of the provinces adrift will recall Kingdom End, or the benevolent leadership of our monarch. Yet, ask any one of them, and finding a way back home will be their preeminent priority. How is it that we are driven to pursue such things, even on the thinnest of leaves? Is this inherent boron naivete, or an innate scientific drive?
That is simply our nature. We are known for being pacifists and scientists. But underneath all of that, are we not firstly optimists?
Jump Gate, Sanctuary of Darkness. Empty space.
Excellent! Yes, this position seems promising. Taking readings of the phenomenon now. Curious. What? No, this will not do at all. Assistant, something seems to be interfering with the measurements. You must get to the bottom of this at once.
Empty space. Asteroid.
This asteroid is highly unusual. It appears to emit some form of residual energy, impeding the accuracy of my readings. You must destroy it.
Wait, What? Is that really necessary? Can you not simply account for the interference and adjust your readings accordingly? Or reposition the ship a little for clearer measurements?
Inconceivable! We cannot jeopardize these readings in any way. There is no room for error or extrapolation. Everything must be exact. A controlled detonation would be the best course to pursue.
You will need spacesuit bombs to detonate the asteroid. Allow me to drop some for you to use at your discretion. Oh, a word of warning. Do not let the authorities find you with this contraband.
Now don your spacesuit, assistant.
Osprey, Vanguard.
Excellent! Attach several bombs to the asteroid now.
Asteroid.
Obliteration may have appeared to be an extreme approach to resolving our issue, but it seems to have done the trick.
Osprey, Vanguard. Docking granted.
the initially designated position at once.
Empty space.
Taking measurements now. This is... Oh my! Would you look at that? That is 5 magnetars, each rotating at a comparable speed. No, wait, actually, this cannot be right. One rotation every 1.884 seconds, which equals one rotation per 3.14 Fourier transitions, which... Oh, you might not be following. Their rotational speeds are precisely identical.
5? With identical speeds? But that is impossible.
As we are observing it right now, it would be more accurate to say that it is highly improbable. But yes, the odds of this phenomenon occurring naturally are incredibly, unfathomably minuscule. And, viewed from this position, their positioning appears oddly symmetrical as well. The stars seem to be pointing towards that blue giant. I wonder if... Oh my! The radiation readings emanating from the blue giant are incredible.
Incredible? How?
They are oddly regular, in a manner that should not be possible. And they repeat, like a signal. Could this be what we have been missing? Surely not. That would mean... Did someone mean for us to find this?
Wait, a message written in the stars for you?
Oh no, please, not meant for me specifically. But this constellation cannot conceivably be a natural occurrence. Its existence is a manifestation of intent. The Alliance of the Word still seeks a means to interface with the gate technology. We may well have just found something worthy of closer inspection. I shall forward these findings to Nomenclator's team immediately. Assistant, you should head back to the expedition outpost now. In the meantime, I shall apply my intellectual suckers to the details of our discovery.
Explorer, do not for a nanosecond think that I am not coming with you.
This discovery that you and Bozo Ta have made is tremendously interesting. I cannot yet explain how the two are connected, but these energy readings seem to be compatible with the jump gate, at least according to the science team's tentative simulations.
It is a cipher, deliberately placed to allow us access to the network.
I do not know whether that can be said conclusively. These are fantastical claims to be making without any weight of evidence. Perhaps the jump gates draw some of their function from anomalous occurrences, such as your synchronized stellar bodies. Or perhaps whoever built these gates used the blue giant as a constant point of reference, one that is detectable throughout key areas of the network and used for calibration of some kind. We do not yet have sufficient data, so I hesitate to spring to conclusions. That said, your findings certainly accelerate our scientific timeline. Explorer, talk to me in person so that I may brief you on how we will proceed.
It is quite obvious why he is so hesitant to entertain my hypothesis. I shall admit, it seems rather ludicrous on the face of it, but I believe he will rue dismissing the concept so readily. To encounter this phenomenon now, just as we are making our first foray into jump gate interaction, is a coincidence of astronomical proportions.
Entering system. Sanctuary of Darkness.
Awaiting orders. Joining squad.
Danger. Autopilot engaged.
Joining squad.
Autopilot disengaged.
Joining squad.
Autopilot engaged. Entering system. Great Reef. Autopilot disengaged.